Heather here. I'm gonna take a few minutes and show you how I do my DIY dip nails. I'll link below the products that I'm using. They've become a little mismatched over the last couple of years, but I definitely have favorites that I'll share with you all. So it's way easier than you think. All right, let's go. All right, the first set I purchased was the TP system, the TP natural dip system. So, and I still use several of these items today. I've just had to replace them as they've run out, but so I still use the nail prep, the crystal gel powder. It comes with a nifty little brush that I use. It comes with some colors of the dip that you can get started with, and then I've just added in more colors over the last couple of years. So I'll show you how I get started. My nails are clean. I removed my last set yesterday. They're fairly simple to remove, just because when you do it at home, you don't have as much grinding your nail down before you put on the dip nails. So I just buff them out, which I already did, and then I'm gonna use a cuticle pusher, push back my cuticles a little bit. To save a little bit on filing time at the very end, you're gonna want your nails about the length that you're gonna want them when you're finished. I'm gonna leave mine a little bit longer this time. Typically, I do them pretty short, but I'm gonna leave them longer, switch it up a little bit. Okay, hopefully you can see this okay. What you're gonna start with is the nail prep, and typically if you buy a system to start with, it's gonna walk you through the steps as well. I tell everybody, if you can paint your fingernails, you can do the dip nails yourself. And this for me lasts way longer than when I was going to the salon. It's obviously way less expensive to do it at home. I would say mine lasts probably a good 3 weeks. Like the set I just took off yesterday, I had done like the week before Christmas, and only one nail had chipped. So you're gonna put the nail prep twice on all of your nails. I like to do both hands at the same time. For today, I might just show you one hand first. Okay, so 2 coats of that on each nail. Okay, this is one swap I've made out. This is just a different brand of the gel dip. So this is your main thing you use for your color. And I like this one better than the one that came with this set, just because I feel like it's not quite as sticky, although this one worked fine too. I used this until it ran out, dried up, and then I switched to this one. So this is your crystal dip gel powder. This is part of the set as well. I've seen people do it before without this and just jumping right into the color. I like to do this first. I don't know if it's more just like a protective barrier before you put the color on your nail. So I go through and do 1 coat of that. You want to make sure this gel dip layer that you're doing is a really thin layer. I'm gonna shake it a little bit. So you just do a coat of the gel dip, and then you dip it in the powder. You can tell my jar is starting to get low just from using it a lot of times. I use the same set for my girls, and it works really well on their nails too. Presley's last as long as mine do. Daylin's nails, she's 6, and so her nails are still pretty soft. So hers lasts about a week. So I'm just doing a thin layer, covering my whole nail, and then I'm dipping in the powder, make sure it gets covered, and then tapping it off. So simple, you guys. And tap. So just 1 layer of that. I'm gonna keep doing the same hand, just so you guys can see. So then I take my brush off the extra powder, and then you can pick your color. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna do a really light blue color. This is the same brand of powder as my gel layering dip, which I really like. I've used this one before. The other brand that I get often and more than anything else probably is the Kiara Sky brand. This is great quality too. Over Christmas break, I grabbed a Christmas set, and to be honest with you, I wasn't super impressed with it. It doesn't set up as hard, as quick as the other powders that I've used. So still doable, workable. We still used it. I just prefer the other brands more so over this. This is the Azure. And then you're gonna do the same thing with the color powder. So you use the same gel layering dip. You do a really thin layer of the polish. And then you just dip and tap. I've found that I like to do 3 layers of the powder versus 2. It's less likely to crack on me if I do 3 layers. So paint. Simple, right? I'd say don't get discouraged, you know, if you try it once and kind of fumble through and it doesn't look as nice as you'd like, definitely do it again. Takes a few tries to get it down. Gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna brush off the extra again. And then I'm gonna do another layer. Okay, I'm gonna switch it up and do this glitter coat on top of 2 of my fingers. I haven't used this color before, so I'm not exactly sure how it's gonna look. We're gonna try it though. Hopefully it's good. Blue and silver glitter. We'll do this one too. That'd be pretty. Okay, I am going to put the gel activator on after that. We're going to use these colors in the other hand. So this is also part of the original set. It is your gel activator. So this hardens Should harden all the way through. Okay, so I went ahead and did my other hand too. Next step, this is probably the most important step, is buffing. So I bought a bulk order of these buffer blocks, which I'll link below. This will take some practice, but this is how you get your nails super smooth, like they do at the salon. So you're just gonna buff over the entire nail. I try and buff more towards my nail bed. But you just really want it as smooth, however you can hold on to it. Smooth as you can get it all the way out. You're gonna do that to every single nail. Okay, that part definitely takes some arm strength, manpower, to get them all buffed out. Once I buff the top of them, I take just a regular file like this and I'll shape around the edges then. And this is just like a personal preference. So I usually have mine kind of square. Like I said, I usually do them shorter. I left them a little bit longer this time. So you're gonna do that to every nail. We're almost done, I promise. Okay, last step. You can do this one of two ways. The first way you can do it is you can just use your gel layering dip that you've been using for the dip powder, put a coat of that on every nail, and then wait 2 minutes or until it's dry. So that's definitely an option. I am going to do it the second way, just because I like to be able to put the coat on. I set it, I have a UV light. So I put the gel top coat on, set it under the light, and then I'm done. It's hard. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll show you the finished product. Wipe off the sticky top. This is just rubbing alcohol. Alright guys, that's it. Nails are done. I hope that was helpful. Like I said, if you can paint your fingernails, you can definitely do the DIY dip nails. I will link everything that I used below, the products that I love, so hopefully if you're wanting to try it yourself, that will send you in the right direction. I'm good for another 3 weeks or so. That's a long time. So super easy, fun, relatively inexpensive when you figure how many times that you use the product. My girls like it as well. So if you guys have questions, if I missed anything or left anything out, definitely comment below. I'll pay attention and answer you there. I would love it if you hit subscribe to my channel. Let me know what else you want to see DIY wise. I would love to share. So thanks for tuning in. Bye guys.